why there were no ahruf at the time of Arabic? At the time of Arabs, or at the time of Meccans? Why there were no ahruf at that time?
Hold on.
You tell me.
Now you bringing up the ahruf, etc., and you don't know the context, etc. How can you bring something that you don't know?
I don't need the context.
Huh?
I don't need the context.
That's the problem.
No, I'll explain to you why I don't need it.
Why?
Yeah.
Yes. Why? Okay. Why you don't need it? Yes.
The reason I don't need it
Yes.
is because
Yes.
when the Quran was recited,
Yeah.
and one person heard it in a different way from how they recited it,
Yes.
which means the words were different.
No.
It doesn't.
No, let me tell you. You know the Liverpool accent, Manchester accent, and London accent. Are they the same? Same English. Are they the same? The accents. When the people from Liverpool, when they speak.
No, accents are different.
Yeah.
Yeah, accents can be different.
Can be different.
Yes.
Exactly. So what do you understand by that when they said they different dialects when they recite the Quran?
I believe that
When the ahruf has been introduced, when they decided to introduce the ahruf.
Because you know that English.
Well, it would have been introduced when Muhammad introduced it.
Yes, but when?
When?
I'm asking you when.
Well, I don't know.
That's the problem.
It's not.
Okay, now you're going to learn. You're going to learn. You're going to learn.
Explain it.
Yes. Basically, in the time of the Meccans, which is they are Arabics,
Yeah.
the harf was not there. Why? Because when you read a word, you don't need a harf. You can recognize the meaning of the word without the harf. You know what is a harf?
No, explain.
No? Alwa, Aliye, you know the dot, like some kind of the line, or some kind of two dots or three dots. This is called haruf. In the time of Arabs, in the time of Meccans, they didn't do it. They didn't need to, because they were able to recognize the word and the meaning without this dot, this number 9, there was not. But when Islam spread to different parts of the world, yes, there were no Arabs. So basically, when the people wanted to read, sometimes they couldn't do it because they don't know how to pronounce it. That's why the haruf came from. Now, Uthman, one of the companions of the Prophet, he decided to compile and to standardize this Quran to make sure that all the people will be able to understand and read perfectly. But before Uthman decided to standardize it, the Prophet said, you can recite 7 different ways, yes, but the meaning will still be the same.
Right, but are the words the same? That's my point.
No, the word? Yeah, the words are the same, yes.
The words are the same?
Yes.
Alright, so this is Sahih al-Bukhari 3, number 601. It says, narrated Umar bin al-Khattab. I heard Hisham bin... Oh, these guys are too loud, man. No, do you want just... No, it's just the noise. It says, narrated Umar bin al-Khattab. I heard Hisham bin Hakim bin Hizam reciting Surat al-Furqan in a way different to that of mine. Allah's apostle had taught it to me in a different way. So I was about to quarrel with him during the prayer, but I waited till he finished. Then I tied his garment round his neck and seized him by it and brought him to Allah's apostle and said, I heard him reciting Surat al-Furqan in a way different to the way you taught me. The Prophet ordered me to release him and asked Hisham to recite it. When he recited it, Allah's apostle said, I have revealed it in this way. He then asked me to recite it. When I recited it, he said, it was revealed in this way. The Quran has been revealed in 7 different ways, so I recite it in the way that is easier for you. So you're telling me that...
So what does it mean, this?
It's revealed, like he says, it's revealed in 7 different ways.
Yes.
Right, so basically you're saying that the words are exactly the same.
Yes, the word is exactly the same.
Alright, so if the words...
It's just, like he said to you, the way how to recite, like, I'll give you an example. There is part of the North Africa, for instance, North Africa, when they said Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, this is in North Africa.
Okay.
You go to Middle East, they said Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
Yeah.
You see? different way to recite, but the meaning is still the same.
That's fine. So if those two that you came with, you're saying to me that if one person heard it the first way and another heard it the second way, he would go and grab his robe and tie it around his neck just because it was slightly.
I will show you another hadith that Rasul, the Prophet, said you can recite in different way, but it won't affect the recitation of the Quran.
Right. Okay.
Other people can change it, but we stick to the Torah. As I said, you have to stick to the Old Testament.
So the New Testament.
You're saying that it's okay for our text to change. What I'm saying, what I'm saying, the Bible can change. It shouldn't change. Hello. It shouldn't change, but as the Testament after I'm gone, you will follow your own device and your own thing. Every text is changed, even the Quran.
Next one, please come here. Please come here, we debate. Please come here. I'm going to show you. Next Sunday, I'm going to show you right with change.
The Prophet, peace be upon him.
The pole is the part of Christianity. Pole. So it's a part of Christianity. Your mindset of Christianity.
Right, okay. Yeah, I've read that one. So, I think that's...
Just a way to understand there is different ways. That's why sometimes, like in North Africa and even Central Africa, have you heard about Warsh?
Yeah, I heard them have a discussion.
Yeah. That's different. This is another way of recitation, But the meaning is still the same. There is no fabrication, there is no addition. The word is still the same, the meaning is still the same.
Yeah, but the thing is, the example you gave, I could tell that what you said both times was pretty much the same except for the sound of one word. That's what it sounded like to me.
Yeah,
but then
even
that still doesn't explain why this guy would take his robe and tie it around his neck. Because I don't see why anyone would do that over the sound of one word. So it sounds to me that when Muhammad said it 7 different ways, it means the words can be different, but like you say, the meaning can be the same.
No, the meaning is not the same. It's still the same. The meaning is still the same.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. So there might be a slight difference in word here and there, but the overall meaning is the same.
Yes.
So my question is not about that. What my question is since there were 7 ways, why aren't they still here? Why aren't the text of those 7 ways here? Since the words, even with the words slightly different.
No, but like you said, there is different accents, and sometimes people are not, are not Arabic.
Yeah.
For myself, for instance, I'm not Arabic. But I have to go to school and I learn Arabic, and then after that, when I go to a specific school of narration, or they recited me in this way. So that's the way I learn it. And some schools, like Ambalit, for instance, or Hanafit, they will teach you how to recite another way.
Yeah, but
so at least, but it doesn't mean the meaning will differ. The meaning is still the same.
No, but they'll use the same Arabic text though.
Yes.
Right. So, but according to what I'm seeing here, we should actually have 7 different Arabic texts with the pronunciations slightly different.
No, there is only one style. There is only one style, but the way you recite it is different. Do you understand? I advise you, you don't have to just for your knowledge. Go try to study Arabic, how what is the word is constructed, how the word is pronounced, and you will see why there is a...
No, but the thing is, what I need to see is what would a difference which would make this guy tie the guy's robe around his neck. That's what.
Probably there is a context I need to study about this, but the passage I show you is quite clear.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're explaining, but it's just the fact that Muhammad said that it was revealed in 7 different ways, and that was Muhammad's explanation for why.
So what is the problem if we get something in return monetary? No, he's saying, he's telling me. I'm going to
Yeah, but it doesn't.
You can't go off mine.
Okay. It's not a reason by the recitation. He was struck on his neck. It doesn't say that.
Oh no, sorry. This is the second one. Oh yeah. The one I read to you was this one. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay, right. Monetary. Yeah, you know, I heard that.
He wants money.
Yeah. So what you were saying was
Because he thinks there's no problem.
Okay, so this, when he tied his gun around his neck, it's not Muhammad, it's just Muhammad, yeah?
No. It's just two guys arguing,
two
but
guys
over
arguing,
two
yeah.
different. Yeah.
You see, so here, it's only two men arguing. They were arguing how to recite. But the Prophet here he clearly said, don't worry, even if there is, you're arguing yourself, for me, I confirm you, there is 7 different styles of recitation.
Yeah,
but
no,
at least 7 styles of recitation, it doesn't mean 7 style of meaning.
Yeah, no, but that's not what that's not what I'm trying to say. I understand about the meaning being the same, but it's the fact the words can be like maybe there's one odd extra word here or there, but it's the same thing because they use a different word that can mean the same as 2 words, if you know what I mean.
No, but that's the brother mentioned.
Yeah.
You know, there when the Arab spread, you know, yeah. Some people they don't know how to pronounce properly the Arabic, yeah. So they used to argue, oh, this is the way you have to pronounce, this is the way you have to pronounce. Yeah. So basically, they were arguing how to recite, yes.
Yeah, but yeah, all right.
But Muhammad, he said what? There is different style, 7 different style. Yes, go for it. No problem. It's not.
Yeah, no, but so one of my question is not to do with the understanding. It's the fact that there were these different styles. Why weren't they all the 7 styles preserved? That's my question.
Because you know, in Arabic, there were different tribes. Yeah. The main one who used to lead this peninsula were the Meccans.
Right.
Yeah? But there is different tribes and different way to speak Arabic. Like, you know, someone their accent he used in Birmingham or the one he used in Manchester is different.
Yeah, but remember, both of these were taught by Muhammad. So that means, yeah, so this is one to do with different countries or being in different wherever.
Yeah, but Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was a Meccan. He was a Meccan, yeah? Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was a Meccan, yeah?
Right.
Yeah?
Okay.
But some tribes were Arabic and there were no Meccans and they didn't have the same accents. So he didn't want to say, oh no, you have to use the Meccans one. Because sometimes, I tell you what, because if you say, oh no, you have to use the Meccan accent, it will affect the tribes. Because the tribes, sometimes before the revelation, they used to fight each other. Who is the leader? They used to fight each other until this extinction of the tribe. So the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he didn't want to say, oh, someone is over you. No. If your recitation, the way to recite is good, if the one is okay, it's okay, it's acceptable.
All right, so here's what happened then, that when the time came for Uthman to standardize the Quran, he actually essentially merged all the 7 into one and removed the ones which he didn't like?
No. When he standardized the Quran, when the standard means he put some ahruf inside, yes?
Right.
Yeah? And then after that, people who are not Arabic, they will be able to read properly, and you can have recite in different ways.
Oh.
And even if you have different ways of recitation, at least you will be able to understand the meaning of the word by the ahruf. Yeah?
Yeah, I know, but it's not the understanding or the meaning that I'm concerned with. It's just the fact that Muhammad said that there were 7 ways.
Yes.
But then basically those 7 ways have been annihilated, effectively. They've been annihilated because you can't have the 7 Qurans with the 7 different ways of reciting that someone can go to see them.
No. I think yes, I agree. I think you misunderstood.
Right.
It means there is one Quran, 7 different ways of recitation. That's it. It's just for because he didn't want to have some kind of, like I said, a problem of tribe taking overcome to another tribe.
Yeah, I understand that part because Uthman wanted to basically make sure things
Because
were useful.
for instance, the way to speak Arabic in Yathrib, where's Yathrib, yeah?
No.
Now we call that Medina.
All right.
Yeah, Yathrib used to be the Medina means the city of the Prophet.
right.
What is that? Yeah.
Okay.
So and then so these people who speak Arabic, they don't have the same accent to the Meccans.
Yeah, but if it was accent, see, if someone recited the Bible to me and I heard them read the verse in Scottish, and I could tell the words were the same, I'd have no problem. I wouldn't grab them and tie something around the neck. But if they recited something from the Bible, I had it in front of me and I could see the words were different, that would then incite me to go to them at least say
But the
something.
Bible is not a recitation, eh? Do you agree? Quran in Arabic, what does that mean, Quran in Arabic?
Well, Quran is recitation, but you see, that's how it was transmitted in the. It was transmitted orally as well.
Thank
before
you.
It was.
Thank you. So it was transmitted orally, vocally, and through a recitation. So the people has to stick to memorize it, and the best way to memorize it is to recite.
Yeah.
So there is this. If there is different way of recitation for your own benefit, to permit their, you could memorize it. It's for you the best. Try to find the best way to recite to memorize it. That's the purpose of God. Memorize it. Sometimes I'll tell you something. When I listen, for instance, what's his name? Some ulama, when they're reciting this way. Sometimes I can't memorize it, but if they recite it this way, I can memorize it.
Yeah, but when you say recite it this way and that way, what do you mean? Do you mean making the even though the Arabic is the same, you're talking about the way they make it sound?
Yes,
Right, okay.
that's we call different style. Like look. I tell you something. You go to Syria, they will say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Maliki Yawmiddin. Yeah, you see the two. Now you go to North Africa, they say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Maliki Yawmiddin. There is no Maliki Yawmiddin. Maliki Yawmiddin. In Syria they will say Malik Yawmiddin. In North Africa they said Malik Yawmiddin.
Yeah, but that's still it's the same words. I don't see.
That's the style.
Yeah, but I don't see how that would incite someone to grab someone grab someone's clothes though. Because I could hear you say it and know that as you were saying it sounded the same to me.
No, it's different.
No.
In Syria they will say Maliki Yawmiddin, but in North Africa they say Maliki Yawmiddin.
Yeah, but those are the same words though. Even though it
Thank
sounded.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's the same word, but the style is different.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is.
That's we call the style, the ahruf.
Yeah, but that sounds different from what was experienced by these guys anyway.
I cannot go further. So
Yeah, no, that's all right.
Yeah?
All right, yeah, that's fine.
you see, understand? But at least, if there is different style, there were not addition, there were not fabrication. Because I advise you to go the best way. You go to the mosque in the time of Ramadan, and when an imam make a mistake behind, you will see many people corrected him. Because why?
Yeah, but that's too late now because the 7 Haruf are gone, isn't it?
No, it's still there. Of course, they're still there.
Yeah, but you can't show me. But what I'm looking for is the text of the 7 harus.
That's why I advise you you go to the one of the style, for instance, al-hafs, al-warsh.
Yeah, I've heard of
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
these two are different style, but the meaning is still there, and you could see the difference on the way to pronounce it. Because if you go to you take a Quran by the Hafs and the Quran the Warsh, you know. If you start from the beginning, sometimes it will tell you, there is underline the word, how do you pronounce it, and sometimes in Warsh or Hafs is different.
Right, yeah.
You know, the underline is not in the same, if you take a word, it's not on the same area, in the same place.
Okay.
Yeah, you understand?
Yeah. But then so at least we've got 2 harus, so there's only 5 to go, isn't it?
Yes, but there is a different, 5 different more.
Alright, okay.
No problem,
Alright.
take care.